destroying him mid somehow.
Again, it is, you know, I always used to say this about Dark Mago, even when he gets kind of counterpicked, it's when you're a 1 or 2 or 3 hero specialist, as he used to be, you better know your matchups, and 2, you're bound to have played into some counter lanes as well at some stage, right? If you just blind pick Ember first phase in your pubs every game, you're bound to play against a couple of Huskars.
Yeah, the big thing with Ember is if you like Sleight of Fist dodging Shadow Strike is like such a big way to, you know, co-op waste mana. You get some harassing, you dodge the spell. It's very hard to do, but if you manage to get that off, there you go. Not that hard, he says. Nope. That makes all the difference in this lane.
Very skill-dependent one, and it does feel like this sort of a skill-dependent matchup in the mid lane. Of course, not having the cooldowns on the second one, but he does have the Flame Guard up, and with the Flame Guard even returning some damage onto Wee. Short little blink up to the high ground, Skirma Pain leveled, but the Flame Guard still persists here, so Dark Mago not really taking a whole lot of damage. Another one reapplied, though, because he did use Slight, and now Wee seems to have found the upper hand in this mid lane here. Nice recovery here for him.
Get these bottle charges off. He Sleight of Fist dodges a Shadow Strike tick to keep his bottle charge going. That was actually super sick. Because like it's annoying to bottle during Shadow Strike because you're not going to get the full regen, but with Sleight of Fist he actually got the full regen.
Real impressive stuff. But as I was saying, you know, I think these kind of differences in the mid lane where you've got some very skilled players playing in certain matchups, it's going to make a bigger difference these days with the removal of the side camps.
Yes.
You know, I saw a couple people on Twitter talking about, you know, the King, Sumail is going to be, you know, all over these kinds of changes. Stuff like that, I think, it does make the mid lane a bit more punishing, even if there is still loads of regen in the mid lane.
Yeah, that hasn't changed too much. Ooh, kill down bottom. Nico Baby getting one for Alliances. I believe he had the help of the Winter Wyvern there, but that's a kill in enemy core.
Yeah, and I think this is a very favorable lane for Nico. Maybe you can kind of just stand by. It's Scorched Earth doing the majority of the damage here, as he's going to devour a creep. But if you have it auto-casted, you don't actually take the ability, so he doesn't really want the ensnare, I suppose.
I feel like you may as well take something. Something's better than nothing, right? You don't use it.
Stop. Nice Splinter Blast, though. Matthew's going to evade death here, maybe even looking to turn, but has no spells. Can only offer the right clicks. The Sacred is being burned alive here. Nico Baby turning. Ducalis lacks the damage, though, mostly the mana for the kill secure. Nice trades here in favor of Alliance. Top lane, they're going again, and an arrow onto Pakaz. As Alliance doing very well in the laning stage. Limitless and Desire able to find their second kill in this top lane. And mid even, where Dark Mago is taking down Wee, looking for the kill. Sleight of Fist dodge, that's not going to be nearly enough. Kills in all 3 lanes against all 3 cores, and even the support down bottom, it doesn't stop.
Yeah, Nico Baby gets another one down. That was a 1-for-1 support trade, but I think Alliance are going to be feeling pretty good about how they're doing. Weeha doesn't have any runes for 20 seconds, so yeah, it was getting the bottle refill. It's almost good that they lost their support, because now he gets 3 bottle refill, and he will get to contest that 6-minute rune.
Yep, very true. 6-minute runes, as you say, spawning in now. Looks like Matthew as well will make the rotation mid lane. Dark Mago, maybe this is the experience changes, probably more having to do with the solo kill. Does not have level 6, so he can't do the Remnant trick to secure basically both rune spots, so he really needs both supports, which are now here. Panda's rotated from the top lane. He's going to scout the rune there. It's an Arcane. Panda would really like to have level 6 here. There's a Sonic Wave ready for Wee. Just doesn't have the mana. 4 wand charges will give him enough. And in fact, they don't even need it for the kill. Nico Baby, by the way, gets a solo kill down bottom onto Sacred, while it's going to be Wee who is taking down the Cookie. Not enough magic damage here. Wee's going to live, and it's 3 dead heroes across the map for Thunder. But here's Pakaz. No, okay, he's going to go back top lane.
Oh, Thunder just got way too... They were trying to leave the rune there for the Ember, who Remnant's top, but Mirana made the rotation. Mirana kind of rotated much later than Chen did. Chen was just camping the rune, and hits the arrow on Ember as he's going Remnants in for that top rune, getting the kill and securing the rune for Wee, who gets the Arcane rune. That was just such a big arrow. Like, that just swung the game so heavily in Alliance's favor.
Big play, big play. And I've just looked it up, by the way, because I was incredibly curious about this. Panda is a bit of a Chen player. Last time he played it was 6 months ago in a BTS Pro Series. Before that, back in 2020. So when he was on Omega. So it has been some time. It has been some time.
Yeah, I think where I noticed it from the side is, like, he had the Holy Persuasion level 1, but there's no creeps. A lot of Chen players, like, especially if they know their camp's getting blocked, they'll just get Penitence level 1 because it's better for trading. So I think just small things like that made the lane a lot harder than it needed to be.
Okay, he's got the Ghost applied. A little bit of heals as well for Pakaz out from the Wand. And the Ghost actually making a little bit of a difference there. The attack speed slow. One of the better neutrals you can get as far as its harassment. But it's going to be up to now Dark Mago to try and recover this. A very strong lead in the early game, so much so that we even commented on it regarding the matchup. He was very skilled there on the sleight of fist dodges, but now in a position where it feels like we is won out a little bit on the mid lane. Laning stage kind of drawing to a close here. We'll see which mid laner would like to make a rotation first. It's actually Sacred who's closer towards mid, but that's just an easy kill onto Pakaz. Just a little bit lower on the HP, and even Sacred is not safe here. Wee is going to commit the Sonic Wave as the ward scouts him out here. Trying to farm and recover. Does not want to lane versus Nico Baby. Instead, dies in the jungle to the Sonic Wave of Wee.
They left some farm and experience mid lane for the Wyvern, although Weehaw does come back, but just great move, some good vision there. They're gonna maybe find that ward, but it's already kind of served its purpose. This Centaur now with 3 deaths, Sacred struggling to find a place to farm after having a rough laning stage.
Yeah, really shut out of this lane. He's up to level 6 as Nico Baby this time. He has now finally the Hurricane creep. I think perhaps he had that toggled on for a while as Panda top lane. Very easy kill. Going on a warding mission, trying to collect some creeps perhaps, but Alliance keen to defend their jungle and make sure that they've got space to farm for Limitless, as well as Nico Baby. And I don't know, let me take a look at this Limitless build here. Going armlet treads, very normal here, even on offlane CKs, but I do wonder if Alliance are considering shifting win conditions over from Nico Baby onto the CK. I think this is pretty normal when you do have a Doom in the safe lane anyway.
Yeah.
But I do wonder what the adaptation is going to be. Arrow, by the way, they go fishing and they find Dark Mago in the tree. Sleight of Fist with the Remnants, not enough though, as that is still an easy kill for Desire. Nice job there on the Arrow.
Desire's Mirana has been very impressive.
Top, keeping away is Limitless, and they just don't have the physical damage. Only 12 damage there, sapped on the level 1 static link. It's 3 points in Plasma Field for Pakaz. That arrow from Desire is going to be body blocked by the Stormcrafter.
They're defending this tower here. They rotate a lot of Thunder heroes up here. Meanwhile, bottom, Weeha's looking for this kill on Sacred. He's going to stampede, but okay. Nice pump fake on the Doom. That kind of baited the stampede.
Rotations? Oh, no. Actually, one rotation canceled. It looked like, I swear I saw 2 TPs coming in. The Doom was actually still going to end up hitting Sacred. He did not get off Hooded Defiance. Slow to a crawl now. Infernal Blade, only level 1, but it seems like with the Scorched Earth, they've got a fairly easy kill, unless Dark Mago can deny him, and he cannot. Nico Baby secures it.
Dark still have vision here.
Yeah, that ward still giving Wee the confidence to jump up. Dark Mago clips himself, but is eventually going to be able to get into the river for the haste rune. They get another kill, by the way, top lane in the meantime onto the Chen. It's a 1-15. They've completely turned the tables here, have Alliance, since game 1.
It's constant. It feels like every minute there's just like, whoa,
there's no mana though on the clock.
Arrow, but they still have it.
Yeah, they do.
Just barely.
Just enough mana, really, is all they needed for the Shadow Strike, and it's a kill for Weehaw. Very nicely done. Panda is only level 4, gods. Oh, he can't even call to his own god with Hand of God.
Yeah, this has been a really rough laning stage in early game. The lane swap from Alliance, like, just set up their lanes for success. Like, Razor playing in the off lane, like, into a CK Mirana lane. That's just brutal, and it was a really rough time for Pakaz. I think, if anything, you look back, if you're Thunder Awaken, you think maybe we should have mirrored those lane swaps to make sure that we got the lanes we wanted, ideally.
And not that Weehaw wanted, that Thunder wanted. I think we got the lanes he wanted as Sacred, and he's not in the lane he wants to be in anymore. The arrow, though, is going to catch him from Desire. Limitless is going to pull him right back into the stun as well. Host Stomp at least buys him a couple of extra seconds. Is now Pakaz on the way on in. Sacred still alive. Will not tick down to the earth. Lives on 30 HP here. It's a full... I think that's a full static link, but it's only level 1 still, so it's 34 damage. And now Pakaz, surrounded by 4 enemy heroes, is basically drawn and quartered. Kill goes to Wee. Dark Mago showing up, but he only has Blightstone and Phase Boots. I'm not really sure what he can offer here. He will just dodge the arrow, but again, Thunder go on in and get nothing to show for it. In fact, I don't think Alliance are backing up at all. Sonic Wave He connects onto Matthew, might have secured the kill onto Dark Maga, who instead of Remnants away. He easily have the kill onto Matthew, though, with the damage over time. Another short arrow here onto Dark Mago. Gets off another Remnants, gets the kill at least, finally. One for him onto Desire, but we picks him up and trades him away immediately. Makaz is back. Perhaps Alliance diving a bit too far as they've lost now 2 heroes. Tripling Thunder's kills here, but it's only 2 supports. We still makes it out alive, and Thunder still more or less left empty-handed.
Yeah, you're chasing ghosts if you're trying to kill Wii here, and I think that's the issue. That was where Alliance gave up some kills. The support's trying to back up Wii, but they don't have the same kind of mobilities he does, and he's looking to turn. He wants to go back in. Moonlight Shadow. There's a Sentry Ward, though, and his Blink's on cooldown. We can't afford to die here.
And it looks like he might take a death. Indeed, he will. Pakaz even getting the kill at 600, 700 gold for him. A great curse from Ducalis, however, is going to condemn Sacred, and Limitless showing up to fight as well. Punching straight through Pakaz Razor, who has the Eye of the Storm active, living a while longer. Kisses as well, assisting now Dark Mago, who's able to at least die for Desire. Also gets through Limitless
turned his armlet off in the fire, and he paid the price for it. So
Doom, though, onto Dark Mago is going to end up killing him off here. Doesn't even have the Flame Guard anymore. It is dispelled, of course, by the Doom. And Nico Baby showing up big time here to turn this one around. Still, though, Death on Limitless, as you say, is the first core, second core Ardent to drop in that fight alone, as we also ends up taking a death.
Matthew just found a nice place in the river just to throw some kisses in. Unfortunately for CK Limitless, he toggled off his armlet and just died to the damage over time from the fire. There wasn't any more kisses coming in, but that was a bit painful for him. But it is still Alliance with a pretty sizable lead here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Thunder are still trying to bait him into more fights top lane. Sacred, once again, continuing to show. He had both his supports up there as well, showing with Pakaz farming very comfortably in the bottom lane. I think Thunder realizing, okay, if we can continue kind of, just giving them, trickling, giving them some breadcrumbs a little bit here, eventually we'll be able to kind of pop off a little bit more with the Razor, who can farm if he's left to his own devices with max plasma fields. Certainly with only 2 points in static link, isn't really punching that hard in these fights. It's just that Alliance have been hunting him so effectively here, and the map pressure has been on point. At least now, maybe with some cooldowns for Alliance, Thunder can look to gather up a couple of items here for themselves.
Yeah, I don't think they want to get into this game where they kept getting picked off. If anything, when these fights start breaking out, like you say, they just want to, they're bringing everyone. They're trying to basically fight their way back in this game, and I think it makes sense when you look at their draft. They don't have that kind of flash farmer or big carry to fall back on. Maybe you farm with the Razor, but if anything, I think you just want to bring as many as possible and take any fight that Alliance is willing to give you.
Amazing position by Ducalis. I do believe he has been scouted, but in the trees, ready to break smoke. There he goes with the wards down. Ducalis, Arctic Burn, Witch's Curse, both available. He's going to catch Dark Mago with it. Still dying, though, but the arrow now into TPs are coming. Desire's here. Nico Baby's here. Doom ready in 30 seconds. Dark Mago diving underneath tier 2, but cannot get the kill onto Ducalis as they've already lost the Chen. Not like he had hand of gun anyway, because he's only level 5, but a big Sonic Wave from Wii, and that's a triple kill double for him. Pardon. Matthew attempted to TP away, canceled by the arrow of Desire. Dark Mago on the run, but slowed by the Witchblade and the dagger of Queen of Pain. Will manage to TP away, but it is almost a full wipe in favor of Alliance. All they lose is Limitless.
Yeah, just huge Sonic Wave. They don't start the fight off with it's a good curse because it keeps the Wyvern alive, and I think you mentioned, like, his positioning in those trees. It's just like the perfect place where he can bait a couple of spells and then just fly back to the safety of his tier 2 tower. Plus, playing under the tier 2 tower means he's getting that extra armor and just getting that bit of extra buff there that keep him alive as well. So, really good fight coming out for Alliance, and they, especially fighting around like your objectives, it's so easy to TP everybody in like that.
Yep, definitely very much playing kind of into what is usually Thunder's strength. Their early aggression, I think a lot of teams don't make a move that aggressive, bringing 5 heroes, including the carry, of course, into a dive, essentially, near an outpost is quite the risky move, and Pakaz receives the Hand of God buff, but he is still super dead. Panda also committing the mechanism here. Nice hook stomp before it's eaten by Nico Baby, says that seems very nice. I'll have that fun myself, please. We now closing the gap, and Panda is going to die. Dark Mago doing what he can here, but Curse, BKB popped up by Nico Baby, but he's got Doom at the ready, dispelling the Flame Guard. Arrow's going to swing wide a bit here, as we does blink in aggressively, but I don't believe they have the damage to get through him. Sonic Wave even ready again, as Matthew is going to perish to that. Dark Mago still alive, as the Doom is going to end up picking him off, and we with an ultra kill for the second time this series, but this time in a winning game. As Sacred, the last to go, they're going to heal up Wii. Are they going to give him the rampage? Absolutely not. Don't forget, Nico Baby's the carry. He gets everything.
Yeah. Wyvern's like, hold on, I'm calling breaks. We can't have this. Nico Baby, he's the team CEO. He gets first grabs of any of these kills.
Absolutely.
But another great turnaround and a really good fight there. I mean, it starts with the freebie killing the Razor, and Thunder are just. It's the gold deficit more than anything. Like, Razor doesn't have a BKB there, and then they kind of trickle in one by one. Like, Chen throws Hand of God and Mech just to try save the Razor there when he was probably dead no matter what you did. As a result, then Chen doesn't have those spells. He dies next, and they just kept trying to force that fight with a numbers disadvantage. It was just a really tough spot to be in under Awaken.
Absolutely. I have to really commend Nico Baby here on this game. He's showing up great. You know, shows up to that fight with BKB Doom at the ready. Dark Mago. There's no curse for 10 more seconds. Yeah, okay. He was just baiting out some reactions. Does break a smoke.
And meanwhile, Mirana just gets away from like 2 or 3 heroes.
Arrow.
Arrow. Ooh,
yeah, almost collected Matthew there, but. To Desire, but the curse to save him. Eye of the Storm, not enough damage. Nico Baby ready to counter initiate now with the Hoof Stomp. They have all the Hoof Stomp of their own and Sensor Conqueror in a second, but Nico Baby BKB is going to be able to ignore it as Pakaz getting kited around this fight by the Force Staff of Ducalis, dies nearly underneath the tier 2 tower. Nothing Panda could do. Hand of God ready in just a second. Dodges the arrow, but is going to perish here to the hands of Nico Baby, who even stops to Midas before he will swing wide and hit onto Panda.
Yeah, just again, similar story to the last fights where for Thunder Awaken, like, they can get a kill or two. Usually it's just the supports. This time around, they actually kill a core in the CK, but it requires them to use too much. Because they're under farm, they're under leveled, they had to throw absolutely everything on this CK, and in the process, like, they got arrowed, CK got off his ultimate and spells. It's only the kisses coming in that really secured the kill, but then Alliance is like, great, you used everything on one here, we'll take this fight. That's perfect for us. It's a pretty easy cleanup after, you know, all these ultimates are on cooldown.
Yeah, and they're doing it. I mean, Thunder, they're focusing onto Limitless, who I expect is going to end up being the win condition in this game for Alliance. Nico Baby's playing a fantastic game, don't get me wrong. I just don't think the Doom is, you know, that kind of win condition. The win condition for Doom is Doom the Ember, right, essentially. But you can kind of do that from any rule, whereas doing the damage, I feel like at some stage is going to come to rely on for Limitless, who almost has a hard out line as he jumps onto Panda. Easy kill for them here. Matthew is going to get off a pretty decent scatter blast there, but to no avail. 2 heroes dead already. Pakaz, BKBs, does want this kill into Limitless. He's going to have to wait for it, though. Even longer now as the curse also catches Nico Baby. Good stun here onto Pakaz as the BKB wears off. Dark Mago has remnants, but no hit points remaining. 3 kills for Nico Baby, and Thunder are going to call it 8-39, a complete reversal from game number 1, as Alliance will be able to exit ESL 1 Malaysia on a victory.
Yeah, 2 very quick games, 2 very one-sided games. 39 kills in 20 minutes. Alliance brought the heat.